morning, YouTube land. Hope everybody's doing well. This is day 5 of the Southern States 200 and 100. I'm sitting at Bald Rock Lodge in Cheaha State Park at the top of Alabama. I'm back inside this morning. We've been broadcasting outside most of the past 5 days. Once again, it is howling with the wind outside. While the runners love it because it's keeping them cool as the temperatures got a little bit warmer, it makes it really tough to hear out there. So you're going to hear some background noise. We have a lot of crew. We had a lot of runners who have finished the race. They're excited. They're talking. I'm excited about it. So I hope you enjoy the ambiance because it really is a special day. To say the past 5 days have been eventful would be a massive understatement. We have had so much fun. We've met so many incredible people. We have had runners from all over the country here, including Canada. So it's, it truly is true. Interesting sentence. It is true. The Canadians are so nice. It's been the funniest thing. We've got a chance to meet them. So when the Canadian niceness meets Southern hospitality, it's just sweetness all the way around. So we have all of our winners for the 200 and the 100. The top 3 men, top 3 women came in for all categories. We have had finishers coming in all night long as the race has gone on, 100 milers and 200 milers. We got all kinds of interviews. We have hours upon hours of video. Obviously, we're not going to show all that to you today. After this event is over, after we've all had a chance to recollect ourselves, get some showers, settle down a little bit, unpack all the stuff we have out here, we're going to harvest all that data. We're going to put it into a really good video, and we'll share it with everyone. In addition to you, the runners will get it, their crews will get it, because it's special. And you want to see yourself when you can commemorate such a monumental event as running a 100-miler or a 200-miler. So like I said, it is day 5. It is 9:30 Central, 9:30 Eastern, 8:30 Central. The race doesn't end until 4 p.m. Eastern today, so we're going to be out here for quite some time. This will be our last produced show. Once we conclude this broadcast, we will come back on with a live stream of the finish line because we want to make sure we get everybody who's coming in. I want you to see everybody who comes in. So we're just going to let that roll all the way until the end of the day. I'll probably come on and sign off the broadcast right at 4 p.m. Eastern, but until that time, it's just going to be a continuous stream of all the excitement you see. So let's kind of get into the leaderboards like I was talking about. So our top 3 men for the 200 are Michael Carson. He had a heck of a race. He had a really large gap on the field. He was running really well. He came in the middle of the night 2 nights ago and looked really impressive. So he was our winner of the 200-miler. This is actually reversed. Thomas Noonan was actually second. Kyle Wadiak was actually third. Thomas and Kyle were running neck and neck for miles upon miles, hours upon hours. And then in the last stretch, maybe the last 7-8 miles, is when Thomas took the lead. So ignore the graphic on the screen. Thomas finished second. Kyle came in at third. They both looked great at the finish line. Everyone looked great at the finish line. It's been pretty impressive to run 200 miles, to come in and act like nothing happened. These are some amazing folks. On the women's side, we had an incredible race. Emily Flynn showed up and showed out. She gapped the field. There was no catching her by anybody. She finished strong. She came in and was hanging out at the finish line, watching everybody else as well. Erica Nutini had a great race. She had some foot problems early on, about mile 145, 150. She got worked on. They did a number on her feet. They fixed her up. She got back out there, secured the number 2 win. And then Sarah Wallace came in. She had a great race as well. It was really kind of cool to see that Emily and Erica both stayed at the finish line until Sarah got in. All 3 of them had a chance to hang out together. They got some great pictures. I mean, that's what it's all about, right? Everybody, no matter what your pace or speed, supports everyone else out here. That's one of the joys of ultra running. So that was the 200-mile race. It was epic. These guys and gals are doing amazing things. They run so well, and they're so positive about it. Nobody came in here grouching. Nobody was upset. It's really fun to see. On the 100, actually before we do that, I shot some interviews and just some video of the guys and the women coming in at the finish line. So let me play that for you. It's just, you'll see a few videos of them coming across. I think I have interviews on all 3 of the women, so you'll get to hear them talk a little bit. So let's give that a listen, and then we'll come back and talk about the 100 in just a second.
Good job.
Yeah.
You go by the fireplace whenever you're ready.
Oh yeah, I think we might do this sooner or later. It's cold up here.
Yeah.
Can you show me your buckle and your award, man?
What's that?
Can you show me your buckle and your award?
Oh yeah.
Fantastic. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
Congratulations and welcome to Cheaha.
Thank you.
How are you feeling?
Glad to see Cheaha.
How was that last stretch?
I think I was mentally prepared for it, so I thought it would be worse. So it actually wasn't too bad.
Awesome.
I was just happy to be finishing, so the adrenaline was high.
Thank you.
Woohoo, man!
Awesome.
That's incredible. So incredible.
Got the $200 one. Got a nice reward there as well.
Kyle, can you show me your award?
Yeah.
Fantastic. Congratulations, my friend. Fantastic job.
Thank you.
Okay.
We're here with Emily Flynn. She is our overall female champion in the Southern States 200. Emily, how are you feeling?
Tired. And a little stinky.
How was the race for you?
It was amazing. It was so well marked and so many hamburgers. It was great. I really hope more people find this gym because it's amazing.
Did you have a favorite part of the event?
My mental capacity is pretty gone right now. The views, all the sunsets on the ridges, the sunsets and the sunrises on the ridges are amazing. Yeah.
Excellent. All right, we're going to let you get a showering some food. Emily, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Let me show you one thing
Oh.
here.
Oh.
Emily just gave us this. Is that not the nicest?
So the last time I saw you was at Coleman Lake and we were talking about your feet.
Yeah.
So, how did we do?
We did okay. Want to take a look?
I do.
We did okay. Yeah.
Nice.
I don't hate the KT tape, but it stretches out and it kind of migrates.
Yeah, it moves on you a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, congratulations on second place.
Thank you.
That's awesome. Can I see your award?
Sure.
I don't mind driving. I drove down here last year.
So I always keep people on the spot. I know you've got 200 mile brain. What was your favorite part of this race?
Oh man. Yeah, I'd say probably the best part about this was coming from New Hampshire, it's a really long way to travel. And when I decided to do this, it was kind of off the cuff. So I didn't want to ask anyone to come down and do it with me. So Marty kind of just inserted himself, and I was like, cool, I have one person. Great, I have a person. And then throughout the race, different people approached me, hey, do you need pacers? And so I had a pacer for most of the last 100 miles, and every single one of them was a complete stranger.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was time you talk about Southern hospitality, right?
Well, those are the type of experiences you never forget.
Right, yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
congratulations.
And they were all wonderful.
We are so impressed. So well done. And thank you for coming down.
Yeah, it was a great time. Thank you guys for hosting.
Always.
I'm here with Sarah, who just came in. Sarah, congratulations.
Thank you.
You are the third overall female. I love the plaque. You're getting a lot of work on here. How are you feeling right here?
I want Mandy just to quit her job and be my foot masseuse.
And Mandy, how do we feel about that?
Sounds better than my real name. Yeah. We work together.
That's amazing.
Are you live streaming that?
So we're live streaming over there, but this will go on later. So tell me, so where are you from, first of all?
I'm from Pittsburgh.
So why did you decide to come south for a race?
So I did this 2 years ago.
Oh.
And when I did it then, my coach recommended it because the train is kind of similar to some of the stuff we have in Pittsburgh.
Okay.
And Emily paced me.
Is-
No, 2 years ago. Oh, yeah. She paced me 2 years ago.
Like I said,
We
brain
did pace
fog
the
is
first
in
37.
effect.
We ran.
Fantastic. So you're a veteran, so tell me what you love about this course.
So the course is really beautiful, and it does remind me of home. It reminds me of being in the Midwest or Pittsburgh. But I don't know, the people, it's so fun going. That's not what you asked, but
No, I want you to just tell me what you think.
yeah, no, it's super sweet going to all the places. My mom was here 2 years ago, and at the aid stations they were asking about her.
That's awesome.
I know, it's really fun.
Yeah, the people down here are pretty incredible.
Yeah.
So this is something we do with our kids. I will ask them, what was the best thing that happened to you today? What was the worst thing that happened to you today? So what was the worst thing
Can
that
we
happened
pick
to
a different day?
you? Sure.
Okay. Just not to. Wait, what? So what was the question?
So the question is what was the What was the hardest thing about this race for you?
I think just the last 2 days.
The last 10 miles? The climb? Yeah.
And that.
Awesome. Well, we are thrilled you came back. Congratulations on your win. Hopefully you'll come back and go for number 3.
I might come back and pace someone.
Awesome. Well, thank you for being here.
Yeah, thanks.
So there you go. Top 3 men, top 3 women for the Southern States 200. Good folks. And I love that they're coming in from different parts of the country and getting to experience true Southern hospitality. It is pretty amazing. In addition to the 200, there was also a 100-miler. So the 100-mile race started at the halfway point of the 200-mile race in Cave Springs, Georgia. They launched on Friday at 12 p.m. Eastern, and they are still coming in up here as well. So it's kind of neat because by the end of the race, you have a mixture of 200-milers, 100-milers, and they're both experiencing slightly different things. So for the leaderboard, for the top 3 men for the 100-miler, we had James Ebert, who came in, won the thing. He didn't just win the thing, he dominated the thing. He set a new course record. Running the Pinhoti, coming into Cheaha, is a very technical, tough section. He ran the whole 100 miles in 22 hours and 17 minutes. Crazy that he went sub 24 on this course. He was really shooting for a sub 21, and if it had been colder, I think he would have gotten it. That's how strong he ran. Second place was Scott Dedeo. Scott was in a great mood. I ran into him at the Lost Gulch aid station about mile 195. He had his pacer with him, and they were all smiles, and they were laughing, and you know that's what it's all about. He was running well, but having fun. And then James Hessen came in. James is a rock star. He's from Maryland. He's training for a big race out west. He's doing a 200-miler. So he thought this was a perfect way to train for that 200-miler, and he ran really well. Had a lot of fun. He said this was amazing. He had no idea what to expect down here, and he's pleased he came. On the women's side, we had Sarah Carrico. She won the event. She came in very early this morning and was just killing it. I'm going to brag about Sarah a little bit. Sarah is one of our runners. She's coached by Coach Lauren Ritchie, so she's with Resolute Running. She lives in Atlanta, and you know, I was talking to Lauren, and Sarah's amazing. She follows her plan. She's a low-maintenance runner. She just does what's on the plan, and it worked out for her. She ends up winning the Southern States 100-miler, so go Sarah. Second was Beth Budden. Beth came in, and she crossed the finish line, and I said, how was it? And she said, just hard. It was just hard. Beth was a sweetheart. I enjoyed getting to know her. She ran really well as well. And then Jennifer Ellison came in, and she just finished maybe 20, 30 minutes ago. Came up, was all smiles, maybe a few tears. Jennifer's an awesome person. We were thrilled to see her get her 3rd place win. And you'll see her, I'm gonna show you some video here in just a second of what it's like to be at the finish line overnight and into the morning for a 100-miler and a 200-miler. You see all kinds of people. Some people are sprinting up the finish. Some people are crawling up the finish. Some people collapse. Some people come in and high-five and hug. It's a little bit of everything. It's all kinds of humanity. So sit back and watch this video. This is our finish line for Cheaha for last night into this morning. And we have another photographer out there shooting video because there's still runners coming in. We'll add them in later as we produce the post-production videos. So take a look. This is the finish line of the Cheaha at Cheaha State Park for the Southern States 200 and 100 from last night and this morning. show us that buckle?
All right.
Good picture.
And that's what it's all about. A lot of laughs, a lot of smiles, a few tears. That's what the finish line of a 100-miler and a 200-miler looks like. And when you're doing it with the Southern States 200-mile event, you're going to have an excellent experience. From the aid stations to the people to the Southern hospitality, it's all top-notch. So let me finish up with a couple little housekeeping things because we still have a lot of runners out there. Last night, our runners were experiencing about 52 degrees was the low. It's currently 55 out there, but it feels much colder because the wind, like I said, is howling. The high today is going to be 83 degrees, so it will warm up. It's not as high as they projected earlier in the week. That's a good thing. 83 is a pretty sweet spot. With that wind, it's not bad at all. A couple other things. Once again, for everyone who's posting pictures of the event, make sure to use hashtag Southern SS200. When you use the hashtag SS200, we will harvest all of those. We'll add them into our videos. We'll make sure to give attribution as well. We love seeing all those pictures. We love taking advantage of it. Once I sign off this, there's going to be a little bit of break. We're going to set up the camera back outside, and we're going to restart the live stream at 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Central. It'll just be a steady stream, so you can see all the finishers coming in. We want to make sure everyone sees that, but it's just a ability. We couldn't record out there because of the wind. If you're just watching the finish line, I think that'll be just fine. And then officially ending the race at 4 p.m. Eastern today. At 4 p.m. Eastern today, we will end the race. That will be the end of the entire fun weekend. So, if you've been with us all week, you know how much fun we've had. I hope you've enjoyed the broadcast. Once the week is over, like I said, once we recollect ourselves, we're going to consolidate all of this information, all this data, all these videos, and we'll put together a piece that kind of encompasses the whole thing. That's one of my favorite parts of the whole experience, is because I get to go back and look through hours upon hours of video and relive the experience. Lastly, we're going to finish with our sponsors once again, and I've been closing these broadcasts out with that because we couldn't do this if we didn't have these folks. Mountain High Outfitters have been with us since the get-go. They are such a great resource for us. Resolute Running, my company. We have been involved with this group forever. Yesterday I was saying, not only do we support the events, we run the events. Well, Sarah Carico, one of our runners, won the 100-miler. So we try to get out here as much as possible to take advantage of these events. And then lastly, we really want to thank Topo Athletic. Topo stepped up big this year. It's one of those deals where trail running has been booming and the longer distances have been booming even more so. If you don't believe me, just take a look at people like Ironman. Ironman is a massive organization. Ironman just bought UTMB, which is kind of the World Cup of trail running. If you look at the Leadville 100, it got bought by Lifetime Fitness because that's where growth is in our sport. People are starting to understand the joy and the pleasure in trail running, and Topo's no different. They understand that they want to support their customers, and they got to find their customers where they are. Their customers are at trail races like the Southern States 200. So let's support those who support us. I'm going to close out with one little commercial. It's 15 seconds long. It's from Topo. Make sure you reach out to Topo. If you never put on a pair, give them a try. I think you might like them. And by supporting Topo, you're helping support this race, which means we can keep putting it on and more runners can come out and enjoy it. So have a great morning. Tune into the live stream in just a few more minutes. We'll get back on it. And in the meantime, have a good day. And we're finishing with Topo.
What was poured out in long days returns in quiet miles. The hours inside, the miles outside, parts of one whole.